So I'm on YouTube doing my normal, financial education stuff, just watching some videos from some guys I follow. And I forget to click out of the video I'm in, and the next video auto plays, and it's a Dave Ramsey video. And most of you guys know who Dave Ramsey is. He's a big financial educator, and he's a guy who's really hyper-focused on paying off debt and living off of the least amount of money possible that you can live off of. And so this Dave Ramsey video goes and plays, and it kind of caught my ear once I started listening to Dave Ramsey's advice, and I was thinking to myself, like, this sounds kind of crazy, and it just sounds like, I don't know how to explain it. It just sounds like it's a perspective that would leave you with a very miserable life. So caller calls in, says, hey, Dave, I heard about, reverse mortgages. I know you hate them, but I'm older, I have no kids. Why shouldn't I take a reverse? Ramsey doesn't even consider the possibility of this being a potential option. It's just...
Well, because market's not going to work like you think it's going to work. You just picked up the high points that the sales job gave you, and you didn't get the reality. The reality is the interest rates that the reverse mortgages are calculated on are almost double what traditional interest rates are on a mortgage. The fees are more than double when you go to close on the reverse mortgage. They get you coming, they get you going. And the foreclosure rate on reverse mortgages is tenfold the national average for traditional mortgages.
Automatically know it's horrible, and many of the data points he gives are just factually wrong. Like, he says that the reverse mortgage rates are double a traditional mortgage rate. That's not accurate. And his entire perspective is really for a person to have a low quality of life and just barely survive all the way until death. I don't know about you guys, but that just sounds miserable. My whole thought process here is, let's give some context to this, right? Because you hear someone as prestigious as Dave say, this is a horrible program, under no circumstances should you do this. In fact, I'll challenge you guys, you're not ever gonna find him say yes to a single scenario. So I'll let you guys use your own logic and you tell me what you think. So say hypothetically, a woman walks in, they're 95 years old, they have their house completely paid off, but they're kind of drowning a little bit in debt. Maybe it's a medical issue. Many of you guys know circumstances where the other spouse ran into some major medical problems and money got stacked up from trying to keep the other spouse alive, and things didn't turn out the way they're supposed to, and spouse dies, and now the other spouse is left with all the medical debt and doesn't really have anything in retirement because everything's liquidated. We have option A, which is let the medical debt just eat at you until you eventually get forced liquidated, meaning that you get forced to sell the house that you want to die in. You hopefully have enough funds to downgrade to something that's not as quality, and you live out the rest of your years. Option B is the reverse option. You pull money out of the house, you pay off all the medical debt, you keep the house that you wanted to keep, you make no payments because you don't make payments on a reverse. Yes, you absolutely lose equity, but what are you going to do with the equity when you don't have children and there's no one to pass the money to? In that scenario, why would you not try to spend every dollar that you have before you pass so you can live the highest quality of life? Maybe there's a trip that you've wanted to take, but you haven't been able to take the trip because you had $2,000 a month in medical debt that you were catching up on. So I just can't understand the logic of just immediately saying no to a tool. And that's really what all of these programs are. When you think about this, whether you're taking a normal mortgage, a HELOC, a reverse mortgage, whatever you're doing, it's really just a tool. And what determines the success of this tool is making sure that you're applying the right tool for the right job. Dave Ramsey's view on this is don't ever use a hammer because you might hit your thumb. I don't know. I'm going on my rant today. I just think it's the dumbest perspective ever to not really listen to people and hear, where their needs are. And I think for all of us, we should try to live the highest quality of life that we can within our means. The reverse mortgage adds that high quality of life to a lot of people. It's not for everybody, but it's crazy to say it's not for anybody. Anyways, that's my rant today, guys.